Hey, good morning guys. This is day 2 of our 4 days that we'll get to work in this garden and other things we've got to do. The garden is one of the top priorities though. So first thing we are going to do today is we are going to harvest our asparagus. I didn't do it yesterday when I should have, and it's a little taller than I usually get it, but it's still okay. So we're going to start with that. All right, we got quite a bit. We've probably got the rest of this week and probably next week to harvest, and then we're just going to let it go, mow the grass down the last time, fertilize it, and if I can get my rogue chicken put up somewhere out of my garden to keep from scratching the straw, we'll put straw down here. That is a long one, but it's still good. It's just a little more mature. It'll be all right. I have to search careful for these things. Sometimes it's easy to miss. I'm seeing a few in here that I've got to let go another day or two. One's right there, one's right over here, right at the edge of the bed. I like to get them about that big, about 6, 8 inches, something like that. That's just about perfect. And the longer ones will work, as long as they're not flowered out. That's about the end of the bed. All right, we've got a good bunch. Oh, that didn't go that way. All right, we've got a good bunch of asparagus here. We'll trim that up, put that, rinse it off, and then we'll put it in a glass of water, put it in the refrigerator, and that will last us for a week or so. But some of this stuff needs to be blanched and frozen. Some of it needs to be freeze-dried maybe. But I've got a little bit in the refrigerator, and we're going to do some of that sometime, but I'm not going to do that today. So, all right, let's move along to the next thing. I've had to set up a small brooder for a few of the breech chicks. Some of them are being pecked on, and sometimes the homesteading farming thing you got to do, sometimes you make plans and then things happen and you have to change your plans, and well, I've had to change my plans a little bit, but it's not too bad. So we are going to move those chicks, the ones that's been pecked on, into this for just a few days till they can recover and heal up. You can see where the wings and the back have been pecked. They've healed up some, but they're still apt to peck on this one. So I'm going to move this one till it completely heals up. This one, its tail has been pecked area. And I've seen one in there, the tail feather is completely pulled out. So we got to get that one too. Turn the light on. What I'm doing is I put their feet out and let them come up to the feeder, and that kind of calms them down a little bit. And then just kind of calmly and slowly reach down there and try to grab them. Of course, they go crazy anyway, so. Now there's another one with the tail feathers picked out, so a little dried blood here, so we're going to get her out. That's the last one right there. Her tail feathers have completely been picked out, so we're going to move her. That's got 4 of the worst ones in the new home. There's a couple more in there that's been picked on slightly. I'll keep an eye on them, but about 4 is all I want in this small an area, if I can help it. We're going to try to clean out the chicken brooder now. It's about a week overdue. I've had tons of other things going on, and working full-time jobs just kind of puts things behind a lot. So I'm going to try to clean this out. They're going to be in there a couple more weeks. I'm not sure how much of it I can put on video because of the angle, and I just don't have a good camera angle on it. And but we'll see what we can do. Okay, I'm going to put them in this temporary cage right there. And while I clean that brooder out, so now I've got to get them moved. I get the best angle I can for you. And these rabbits are going to probably be moved today or tomorrow. So about 9 by 12 room here. That it's a sunroom / seed starting room. So, and apparently junk room. All right, we've got all 27 in there, and they're a little crowded in there. So we're going to get this cleaned out as quick as we can. Had my mask on, so you know if it protects you from COVID, it's got to protect you from chicken dust. So now I want to go back with wood chips. Clean off that chicken lid. They like to use it for a rouge, so that's where they poop. So, gotta clean that off. Get most of these panels put back in place. Get the water put back in. Okay, maybe one more. Now these two, you can tell. This one, see the comb on this one? How much more developed it is. I believe that is a rooster, and this one will be a hen. And I'm 99% sure that is the case. So I plan on keeping 2 of the roosters because they were shipped straight run. And we're going to keep all the hens, of course. But anything over 2 roosters is going to be going in the cold brooder. The freezer. When they get to about 16 weeks old, the breeds are ready for meat birds. And at 16 weeks also, some of them will begin to lay eggs. Some of them may take up to 20 weeks. But they start a little earlier than some of the other heritage breeds, which makes them an excellent bird for a meat bird. They don't grow as fast as the Cornish rocks, but they grow they're 4 weeks ahead on maturity for butcher and for egg production than the other heritage breeds that I know of. All right, got that done. What I've got is some 1x1 wire. I think it's 16 gauge. I'm going to cut this to divide a rabbit pen in half. Originally they were chicken coops made for caged layers, and we cut one divider out, and that made about a 2 foot by 2 foot by 16-inch tall area for the rabbits. One of them had that divider removed, so it's twice that size. So I need to get it back down to the 2 by 16. So we're going to cut it 16. It's 2 foot wide right there. So we're going to cut it long, and we're going to use this to loop over the top. So we're going to leave this wire hanging out. All right, so that way we'll know that's the top. It was 19 inches, and we're going to adjust it to that. Now, these cages are slanted a little bit, but because they were made for rolling out of the egg to the front where they could be easily gathered. Cut that. All right, the J clips. And it looks like a little J. There is the J clip in place, holding that. We've got the cages fixed. We're going to move these rabbits now. Now first, grab the back feet. And then they go. All right, there they are in their new home. We're going to give them a little bit of water. I'm just using some big old 16-ounce coffee cups. Seems to work fairly well. We've got ideas for another watering system, but not happened yet. So we gotta wait. All right, that'll hold them for a little while. I'm gonna get them a little bit of clover. We got plenty of clover, so we're going to give them a little bit of it. Each one of them. Mainly just to get clover. And remember, count your blessings every day, and I believe you will find you're blessed far beyond measure. I know that I am. God bless.